Hello there, everybody. My name is Casey Jones. You can follow me everywhere at Casey Jones Central. Um, However, this is a Geeks Peak video. I am the co-founder and co-owner of Geeks Peak. I am the one speaking for Geeks Peak at the moment, and we will leave it there. However, it should be briefly mentioned. We will, or the first thing to mention, first and foremost, the Railbait servers. That were online at one point, specifically all their servers and our affiliate server, direct affiliate server, Geeks Peak, Railbait Geeks Peak. They seem to have gone offline. I don't know what's going on with Railbait. Geeks Peak is here for the Railbait community. We signed an affiliate partnership with Railbait. If it comes down to it, we'd love to acquire Railbait and get all the servers live and active again. As I'm aware, the servers are down. I've checked most recently. I wasn't able to get onto the server. So that's this point. Now is letting you know that GeekSpeak will be having our own servers up, but we're also going to figure out what's going on with Railbait, and we're hoping to acquire the Railbait servers if that is where Railbait is at right now, or we'll at least get an update on what's going on with Railbait. That goes with the other groups too. If you have a group, anything, please do mention it, or rather you can leave us a note at the moment on our Discord, or you could send me an email, geekspeakcentral@gmail.com, caseyjonescentral@gmail.com. That's Geekspeakcentral@gmail.com, and then that's KCJONESCENTRAL@gmail.com. Those are the best ways to get in touch with me if you have any questions about any affiliate project GeekSpeak has done ever. So, without further ado, this is an update video. We have many things on the go and many things happening, but it should be mentioned that anything that was down previously and anything that wasn't in motion is all coming back up. And it's going to stay up, as I'm aware. So that's what's happening. Geeks Peak, if you thought it was not there or whatever, no. It's making a comeback. It's full force. Where resources do exist, the community is developing and growing as it can be developed and grown. So, first on the list, I have a list here of stuff to do and stuff to mention, so let's get at it. GP, we have our servers. So the GP servers, that's the gaming thing, seeing what's going on with Railbait, but we're going to be looking at many video games and putting servers out there of them. And Team Fortress 2, anything that has that infrastructure, we'd be going a little more in-depth and using the servers in various other ways to do with GeeksPeak. So be on the lookout for that because the infrastructure, when resources do exist, will be developed for that. The bots of GeeksPeak will be getting bots. So essentially there will be 3 different bots. There will be one for the main party of the Northern Ontario Party, be put on the website. Another one for the Northern Ontario Party zone. But then there will be a specific, unique robot for Geeks Peak. And this robot will be able to hopefully do whatever you really need it to do. That's going to be the point of the bot. And it's going to be developed as such. So that will, as I'm aware, be live on the website. And yeah. The website, I should mention, is going to be, for the foreseeable future, www.northernontarioparty.org/partyzone. That link will be down in the description below. However, we do address, quickly off the list, that the Bazaar Hour Play It Jack does seem to have gone his own way, as I'm aware. I don't quite recall what happened. I might have been removed from a server or whatever, or just there was something going on with that, but as it stands, I was with Geeks Peak, and that's kind of where it's at, and I haven't heard from the Bizarre Hour in a while. I've heard from Sir Mangler more recently, but nothing to do specifically with the Bizarre Hour, so I don't know what's going on with the Bizarre Hour. If there's anybody left from the Bizarre and they don't, if they're not going anymore, Geeks Peak is here for you, but otherwise, I wish them well. I just have no idea what's going on with them, and I don't really know how to get in access or contact with that community at all at this point, because it doesn't. I can't find anything publicly, and yeah, at this moment, I could ask Sir Mangler about it too. I just haven't had the opportunity. But yeah, Discord, we're going to try making our own Discord / Skype competitor eventually. And what that means is we're going to try having our own infrastructure off the website and however have you, but it's about making sure we have the infrastructure to deliver for our users. And what that ultimately means is outsourcing to various platforms can run into issues where otherwise we would like to be able to do a Geeks Peak thing as opposed to a Discord thing or a Skype thing or whatever. We want it to be our own. And that's what making our own voice over internet protocol system will do. But eventually that will be in time and as resources exist. The bots, hopefully at one point we'll even be able to make a phone bot. So you could use your phone and you can call this number to be connected with Geeks Peak services. However, we're also planning something else. Physical locations. So we're hoping for physical Geeks Peak locations, meaning cyber cafes, but also whilst addressing homelessness within these cafes. So, which means they'd be larger operations, and which means there would be a lot to the projects. But that is the scope and scale of the project. We're not just cyber cafes, it would be everything Geeks Peak, everything you'd think would be part of our group, but addressing homelessness is part of that, and it will be part of that. So, and that's just, yeah. It'll be an interesting challenge, it'll be fun, but that's kind of where we're at and where it will go. And yeah, that's good for now. And we'll provide updates on everything I've mentioned in this video at later dates once the infrastructure is more developed, but this video kind of to go out to give everybody the idea that, yeah, this is where Geeks Peak is at now. Yeah, it seems as though it's already time to conclude this video. To go off the script, I'll even flip my script over here. YouTube is a very different place. YouTube is not what it used to be, and I couldn't even do a live stream today on Geek Speak like I wanted, even though at one point we had over 1,000 subscribers on this channel. It was during a TF2 Smithmas giveaway. We hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. We fell back down, but they took live streaming away from the account again. So YouTube is kind of essentially off the radar for us at this point. Rumble will be the way forward. It will be the future for now and awesome and on. They have monetization. They have reliable service. We're going to make it compatible with our website, and that's how it's going to be. So, yeah. And I mentioned our website. I should say our web space. Saying our website is not accurate because it's not ours. The website belongs to the Northern Ontario Party. We would have our web space under the Northern Ontario Party zone, and that's just how it would be. At some point, the geekspeak.gg URL might be brought back, but it just, we'll have to see and wait, and resources exist, and see kind of where the website goes and how that development goes, but that is in the works. Yeah, and not just with esports, but with everything that there could potentially be, people wanting it. Chess tournaments, you want to name something like that. Yes, would actually be the answer. Anything like that. Any kind of thing that you could imagine would fall under that category would essentially, hopefully, have some level of service within Geeks Peak. Geeks Peak is a collaboration group. We focus on the video, podcast, and live streaming mediums, but Geeks Peak isn't just that. And I said the other part for years, but what is Geeks Peak? I don't know what to say. I'm even wearing the Geeks Peak sweater, but what I can say is Geeks Peak is in motion. That's what I do know, and I can't say much else because I don't know where the development is going to go. I don't know what's going to be developed next, but it will at some point be developed as the resources exist, and the resources do need to exist for that to occur. But once they do, there is infrastructure to have that set in motion. And yes, the bot for Geeks Peak is currently being developed. So there will be an update video put on this channel sooner than not about how to use the bot, about how to do that. But here's where I think things for Geeks Peak, this is where we figure out what Geeks Peak is. We need to get the community back and going. So the tutorial video for the bot will be there, but the bot will be on the scene. And what I mean by that is there is demand for Geeks Peak. There totally is demand. And has that always been the case? In some sense it has, but the type of demand has shifted over the years. The type of things people want, the type of things, everything. But the difference now is everything from the past returns, and then also whatever else. So that's where it stands, and there's no particular direction except for the bot at the moment, except for building the community. Building the community. That's the direction Geeks Peak will be going. Building the community, making sure we're set and we're good to go. And a lot changed over the years. I could talk about many things, and they'd all sound interesting, they'll all be funny, they'll whatever else. But developing Geeks Peak is, yeah, it's just one of those things that's going to happen. And I keep thinking, what's relevant? What will do the thing? But building the community right now is where it's at. And the community being, Railbait being the most recent, essentially, push for the community, that would be, in a sense, I think, where we'd be starting from as well. Is kind of, not completely. We see other things, we do that, but it's just one of those things that we're trying to get the community going, but not just going, I mean really going. And why I say really going is development of other areas of Geeks Peak will be changing to suit their modern needs. And yeah, that's the purpose and point of this video. I'm going to be on Rumble as well as KC Drone Central as a Northern Ontario Party Zone, the Northern Ontario Party. I've never previously mentioned the politics as part of Geeks Peak, but now there is a shared impetus in that we are operating a web space on the Northern Ontario Party Zone, the Northern Ontario Party Zone, featuring unofficial content not related with the Northern Ontario Party. So it's by grace of the Northern Ontario Party that there is an unofficial zone where we're able to have clickable stuff. But that's that. And that's our place and purpose on the website for the foreseeable future. Yeah. I want to think if there's anything else to mention. I just don't know that there is. Yeah, there is, but what's relevant about it? Where's the relevance? What else is relevant? H3H3 versus iDubbbz. That was very modern and recent. And this time it coincided with the outer stuff, as opposed to just being the bread tube, if you will. It went beyond bread tube. Themselves still being, in some sense, products of bread tube, but somehow it hit a little, yeah. But I mean, this is going forward good, but this is going forward what it is. Yeah, I could also mention the society has changed a lot too. North American society has changed. It has. But the ultimate thing to mention on that is Geeks Peak already been going. The fact that I already hit record on this button and started the video, that is something on itself. Something within itself. And I started the video, Geeks Peak is going again. And yeah, good things are on the way. Feel free to hang out in the Discord, wherever our bot will be. Our bot will be soon. That's all I can say. But if you like this video, please give the video a big like. And if you dislike this video, please give it a big dislike and tell us why you disliked the video down in the comments down below. But until next time, au revoir, motherfuckers.